accordingly. Hub City Madness takes place at the Thirsty Hippo in downtown Hattiesburg on Saturday, March 24th at 6 p.m. and Sunday, March 25th at 4 p.m. We will have 20 bands, and they're all from Hattiesburg. The bands are as follows: Flipside Radio, Stellatone, Under Orbit, Mississippi Shakedown, Piss Fist, Electric Witch, Elder, Pleather, Florida Man, The Squid and the Whale, Brother Joshua and the Quickness, By a Thread, Year of the Vulture, Cicadas, Cloud Wars, iJammy, Judy and the Jerks, Swamp Temple, Soft Spot, DD Cat Piss, and the Fuzz Coffins. Thanks to these local sponsors: Hattiesburg Tattoo, Shipley's Donuts at Hattiesburg, The Thirsty Hippo, Rock 104.5, Sunset Screen Printing, Flicka's Tax Service in Taylorsville offers free 1040 Zs and free estimates. With over 50 years combined tax experience, this team is up to date on current tax changes and specializes in preparing all federal and state returns, including corporations. They can prepare W-2s and 1099s, as well as assist in obtaining EINs for new businesses. Stop by Flicka's Tax Service on Highway 28 in Taylorsville for fast, friendly service at a great price. Or call 601-785-6900.
The Chevy Showcase, Laurel's new bakery, located at 1519 Bushberry Road, across Mississippi AG. The Chevy Showcase specializes in some of the best baked goods around the free state. You should try some of the cupcakes. They also offer some cool cake decorating classes for everyone. So why not give Ashley a call at 601-337-9999 for your next party, get together, or church social. Take it from us, they know their sweets. Tell them you heard about them or something to talk about.
Listen to the local radio guys, but you will be misinformed. Now go and be informed.
And welcome back to the Oxford Holiday Inn Express here in Oxford, Mississippi. This is Billy Ray and Big John on something to talk about. And Big John, I'm the sports guy. That's pretty much all I do. You like to keep up with politics and the rest of the world news, so I'm going to throw it over to you and let you handle this next segment.
And a big shout out to Central Sunbelt Federal Credit Union, one of our great sponsors as well. And so, again, thanks to the Holiday Inn Express. This week, our country saw a great tragedy, in a senseless act of violence, down in Florida at a high school down there. A guy that wasn't even a student there was several years ago, posted 6 months ago that he wanted to be a professional school shooter. And we usually don't talk about politics on here, but I thought it was needed to bring this, to talk about it and to really discuss this. The guy goes in and kills 17 people, most of whom were children and kids, teenagers. There was a coach that he gunned down like a dog in the street. The coach was protecting the kids there at the high school. And he used a AR-15 with several different magazines. Now, I'm all about the Second Amendment, and I believe in the Second Amendment, and if somebody wants to have a shotgun, if somebody wants to have a handgun, by all means, that's fine and dandy to me. But when something like this happens, it begs to question, is there really a need for AR-15s? I mean, I could see if somebody was in the military and they had a level head and they just wanted it to shoot. I get that. and can pass a screen. But somebody like this that goes on and posts on YouTube, something's got to be wrong with their head. I mean, this generation is going around doing these damn Tide Pod challenges. I mean, what the hell?
Tide Pod challenge. That's where they are eating the Tide Pods that adults and people who do their laundry are supposed to be doing their laundry with.
Exactly.
And they're eating it.
For kicks and giggles. And this same guy, goes in and can get an AR-15. Now, I don't know if he got it illegally. I don't know all those details. I've just seen what's been on the news. And right after I saw different sides of the floor arguing about gun violence and gun control, I mean, it's enough to literally piss you off.
Well, do you have any ideas on how we can control this outbreak? This is like, I've heard the 18th school shooting here in the year 2018, and we're only in the middle of February.
I mean, what I would think one could do would be to have more extensive background checks and outlaw or have a rule against AR-15s to someone that's not in the military. I mean, is that so hard? I mean, even then, like for example, out in Texas, or that idiot went into the church and killed all those people. I mean, he had a lot of stuff going on in his head, and, a lot of these people have mental health issues, and then you have government lawmakers in the state cutting funding for mental health issues. I mean, I have problems with that.
Okay. Do you have any good news to give us this week?
Well, the good news is that I tell you, a good trip, good vacation. Well, not vacation. It's really more of a education, purposeful trip. But got to see a baseball game. Really, no good news this week. I mean, other than Valentine's Day.
No good news. Did you get any Valentine's Day gift?
I did. I got a pound of chocolate.
A pound of chocolate. And what did you get your little sweetheart?
Well, I got her some chocolate as well, so great minds think alike.
So you each got chocolate.
That's it, I mean, she had a big month. I mean, gets engaged. We both get engaged. She had a birthday on the 4th of February, and, of course, Valentine's Day on the 14th.
And have we got a big date set for your big nuptials?
Well, we're going to be getting married on November 17th.
You're going to get married in the middle of football season. Did you plan this out right?
Well, the thing is, that's right before Thanksgiving.
Well, at least it's not during the Egg Bowl.
Well, that's true. We'll be back before the Egg Bowl. But, we may have to take another trip up here. Depending on what time it is, if it's 7:30, I don't know. We'll have to think strongly about that. 2:30 kickoff, that's more doable.
Well, you might as well plan not to be here because it's going to be a Thanksgiving Day night, just like it was last year at 6:30.
Well, I guess we'll have to watch it, have a viewing party, and have some turkey and dressing and all the fixings, and over at my new house.
Well, I will be here in Oxford at that game.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope the Bulldogs win. Even though I'll be going, I'll be, I guess, technically a rebel.
Yeah, you were slow becoming a rebel. Took you in the rebel rags this afternoon. How did you like that?
Well, isn't that the guy that caused a whole lot of problem up here?
Yes, he is involved. He was one of the ones who gave, I think, some of the players at Mississippi State, when they were on the recruiting trips, before they signed with State, they came here on a recruiting trip. He gave them kind of free reign of the store, supposedly, but he denies it.
Well, I noticed there was a lot of merchandise on the floor.
Well, there is a lot of merchandise in that store.
Yes, there is. So, Billy Ray, we don't have a lot of time left. You know what we do on the show every week.
Is it time for our grievances?
It is time for grievances.
Well, my only grievance is driving up here. We left Laurel about 10 o'clock, 10:30 this morning. It was beautiful, nice, 73 degrees. Get up here about 4, and it's 40 degrees. That's my grievance. It's 30 degrees difference from in a 4-hour trip.
Yeah, that's a pretty good grievance. And my grievance is idiot politicians. You know, they've been mad ever since Trump took office. There's got to be a reason, you know, but we're not going to get into that. I mean, on both sides, just let the man do his job and try to help this country get better. That's all you got to ask for. And, you know, not saying, you know, if he's right or if he's wrong. Sure, he's not the most best guy of high moral character, but at least give him a shot, you know, and see what happens. I don't know. I don't really like politics, but it is what it is.
That's why I only keep up with sports, man. You see me on Facebook, I'm pretty much going to post nothing but sports stuff. But, Big John, let's go ahead and call it a night. Get out of here. Let's thank the Holiday Inn Express one more time here in Oxford for letting us do the show from here. We had a good time. I'm going to go see hopefully, weather permitting, I'll go see the Game 2 of the Ole Miss Rebels and Winthrop series while you take care of your stuff. And we'll be back next week in Laurel at the Cosmic Deli.
See y'all.
Good night.
The Chevy Showcase, Laurel's new bakery, located at 1519 Bush Dairy Road, across Mississippi AG. Chevy Showcase specializes in some of the best baked goods around the free state. You should try some of the cupcakes. They also offer some cool cake decorating classes for everyone. So why not give Ashley a call at 601-333-7999 for your next party, get together, or church, social. Take it from us, they know their sweets. Tell them about them or something to talk about.
Flicka's Tax Service in Taylorsville offers free 1040Zs and free estimates. With over 50 years combined tax experience, this team is up to date on current tax changes and specializes in preparing all federal and state returns, including corporations. They can prepare W-2s and 1099s, as well as assist in obtaining EINs for new businesses. Stop by Flicka's Tax Service on Highway 28 in Taylorsville for fast, friendly service at a great price. Or call 601-785-6900. Hub City Madness is about making people aware of the various forms of rock music that has lived and made in our great city of Hattiesburg. Mississippi is the birthplace of rock and roll, and we need to act accordingly. Hub City Madness takes place at the Thirsty Hippo in downtown Hattiesburg on Saturday, March 24th at 6 p.m. and Sunday, March 25th at 4 p.m. We will have 20 bands, and they're all from Hattiesburg. The bands are as follows: Flipside Radio, Stellatone, Under Orbit, Mississippi Shakedown, Piss Fist, Electric Witch, Elder, Pleather, Florida Man, The Squid and the Whale, Brother Joshua and Quickness, By a Thread, Year of the Vulture, Cicadas, Cloud Wars, iJammy, Judy and the Jerks, Swamp Temple, Soft Spot, DD Campus, and the Fuzz Coffins. Thanks to these local sponsors: Hattiesburg Tattoo, Shipley's Donuts in Hattiesburg, The Thirsty Hippo, Rock 104.5, Sunset Screen Printing.
Hattiesburg Tattoo opens in September 2015. Brian Jordan and Stony Boy. Their motto is doing badass tattoos for the hard-working people in Hattiesburg. They currently have some of the best tattoo artists in the Pine Belt area, including Brian Jordan, owner artist, Stony Boy, owner artist, Tay Cole, artist, Hunter Applewhite, artist, Kim McCarthy, artist. Brian holds best of the Pine Belt for 2015 and 2016. We're the home of Halloween's free tattoo day.